Alright, I'm not going to do an intro cut in this video, so I'm just going to do all the pleasantries early. About 50% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed, so if you have not subscribed already, then do that. It helps me with my ego, and it helps you get free content. Also, drop a like on this video. It only takes 1 second, and it makes a massive difference. Also, real quick, a few things. First of all, my best friend Bobby just uploaded his first YouTube video on why the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. That is going to be linked in the description of the pinned comment. Over on my second channel, I have brought the Hot Take series that's on this channel over there. So if you enjoy the Hot Takes videos, go subscribe to my second channel. There's also post-game reactions there as well as trade reactions, so it's a good place for some extra content. And finally, there's a new episode of the Rusty and Mojo Show podcast, so go check that out as well. Oh, and there's also a new My NBA video if you have not caught that already. A lot of stuff to promote, but I'm just doing it real quick because today's video is an interesting one. It's actually a video that I wasn't going to do. I thought about doing to the point where I made a thumbnail for it and posted it on Twitter, but I was probably not going to make the video. But then the Twitter post suggesting I would do the video got 5,500 fucking likes. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to make this video. So there's some important context to add here for the people who are not aware as to the reason why 5,500 people were like, hell yeah, make that video. A few days ago, there was this big controversy on NBA Twitter. It's not really a controversy because is it really controversial if everybody agrees they hate one guy? So this guy named Max is Nice, who you may or may not know of, is a guy who does NBA impersonations. The mic is moving. He does this thing where he like acts like an NBA player, and apparently that is comedy, and he has 1 million followers on Instagram, and literally every time his shit gets posted on Twitter, everyone and their mother hates on it because, I'll be honest, the content sucks, and that's what we'll talk about in this video. But the reason why he was in controversy wasn't just that his content sucks, because we already knew that. It was that recently he made a video with B.A. about Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, and it had the classic NBA impersonator title, Kyrie and KD Be Like. You ever wonder what Kyrie and KD be like? Well, Max is Nice is here to tell you. This video included Max burning sage because Kyrie did that for an opener of one game a few weeks ago, and it ended with him stomping out sage and pouring water on it. Kyrie Irving was none too pleased by this because that is disrespectful to his Native American culture, and he let Max know that. And he didn't do it in this aggressive manner. He just told him, hey, don't disrespect my culture. That would be much appreciated. And Max's response was, box me, Kyrie. I'm not joking. He thinks he's Logan Paul. He said, please, box me in an arena because you tried to make me look bad. So we're going to talk about why that is so fucking stupid and so incredibly immature. Trust me, we'll get to that. But first, I want to talk about the actual content itself that Max makes, because really the reason I considered making this video was not the controversy itself, because honestly, I don't care that much. The reason I'm making this video is because as soon as everyone was turning on Max, I was like, I finally have an opportunity to complain about something that really annoys me. See, I am a bad person, and I get annoyed by people rather easily, and I'm also petty, so if I'm annoyed by people, I want to complain about them. But if they haven't given me a real reason to complain about them publicly, then I'm not really going to do it. I'll be annoyed by them, but I'm not going to do it on my channel or anything like that. But if he does something shitty, well, this is an excuse to bitch about how bad his content is. So Max is Nice kind of got his origin by basically just copying what B.A. does. If you do not know who he is, he was the guy who kind of started the whole NBA impersonations thing. He went viral on Instagram and on Twitter, posting clips of him acting like NBA players. Like, he'd be like, Russell Westbrook be like, and then he shoots his jump shot exactly like Russell Westbrook does. He does a bunch of crossovers exactly like Russell Westbrook does. He throws down dunks and screams just like Russell Westbrook does. And while these videos after a certain amount of time got stale to start, they were actually pretty entertaining because he had made observations that were pretty minute, like little things about players that for the most part people would not pick up on, or even more interestingly in my case, because I tend to be detail oriented, so I notice little things, he would point out a detail that you would be like, oh shit, I'm surprised someone else noticed that. I thought it was just me who noticed that he did that little thing where he scrunched his nose or whatever the fuck. My voice just gave up on me. Or whatever the fuck. My voice was trying to censor me there. So B. Even though, as I said, after a while the content got stale, you gotta give him points for being original, and you gotta give him points for at least being semi-creative and making observations that I don't think the average person could. But I will say, like I said with it going stale, that his numbers have dropped for a reason. Like, he has a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers, and he's pulling less than 30k views on NBA impersonations today. I mean, he went from being in the all-star celebrity game because of how popular these reactions were to not many views. And hey, you could argue the content was a flash in the pan, and that's fair enough, and he still was the originator, and he still deserves a whole bunch of credit. And even though it did get stale, at a certain point it was new and it was semi-entertaining, so fair enough to him. He deserved his success. Then comes in Max is Nice to basically do the same thing, except without any of the observational skills required to bring even the slightest amount of entertainment value or comedy to it. So basically he was like, I'm just going to copy this format of title where you just go, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray be like, and then I'm going to be slow and throw a pass, and that's basically what Jokic is. Ha ha ha, funny joke. He's just not good at it. And B. was at least good at making observations. And like, at least, like in this video, the Kyrie Kevin Durant one, B. is the guy playing Kevin Durant in it because they collaborate a good amount. He did a good impersonation of Kevin Durant. He was doing really wide crossovers and doing his weird looking jump shot. Beautiful looking, but also weird looking and very unique at the same time jump shot that Kevin Durant has. And he was nailing it. And what Max was doing as Kyrie was wearing a Kyrie Irving jersey and burning sage. You'll notice with Max is Nice's content that for the most part, almost every time he does an impression, he's wearing almost the exact jersey and accessory pattern of the players involved, because he's trying to trick your brain by wearing as close as possible accessories to the player into making you think you're actually watching a close impersonation when really you're watching a guy dressed like LeBron do something kind of like LeBron. And that elicits 1 million followers on Instagram. And that annoys me because I don't like when shit content is met with success. But the thing is, because I'm sure I'm going to be accused of being a hater here, first of all, I mean, I kind of am. That's what I'm doing right now, so fair enough. I just was annoyed by it, and I wasn't going to say anything until this shit with Kyrie Irving happened. Because again, if you don't remember what I said earlier, he challenged him to a boxing match in response to him saying he was disrespectful to his culture. Now, I would give a pass to somebody making a mistake and disrespecting a culture. Personally, to me, I didn't know how important Sage was to Native American culture. I didn't realize that what Max did was incredibly disrespectful because I was ignorant to it. It's okay to be ignorant. It's okay to make mistakes, in my opinion. But your reaction to being called out for it cannot be, hey dude, fight me. That's the issue here. It's not that he was disrespectful. It's not that he has racist tweets in the past from when he was 13, because I don't think that makes you, I mean, I'm not the guy to make the choice here. I don't think that inherently makes him racist, but it's not a great look. It sure as hell isn't doing him any favors. I saw Max is racist in my comments a bunch when I posted a tweet about the video. But regardless of that, I don't think making that mistake inherently means that you're a bad person and you need to be canceled. And I'm not trying to cancel anybody with this fucking video because he's not going to get canceled. But to make that video, then try and ask Kyrie to box you after he calls you out for being ignorant, and then have some fake shit-ass apology, and then still keep the video pinned to your Twitter profile, and as far as I'm aware, still have it up on Instagram, that's fucking nuts. That's so immature, so damn childish, and it makes me wonder if that's what he's like all the time. And to think, he even said, like, I was just doing my job. I mean, first of all, no one really asked you to do it. But second of all, your job is to do impersonations of NBA players, not do disrespectful, borderline racist shit. And if you had just simply said, I fucked up, I'm sorry, Kyrie, I'll take the video down, I didn't mean to be disrespectful, I was ignorant and I was unaware, then none of this would be happening. No one would care. But you decided to react like a fucking frat boy child. So this is what you get. When I posted the thumbnail and it got this much attention, there was a few people who were negative, one in particular who was this dude named Famous Los 32. Now this is unrelated to Max is Nice, kind of. It's not really the point of this video, but because it happened, I kind of want to tack it on here because I thought it was fucking funny. So Los decides to, and it's not Los Pollos TV, it's this random fucking guy on Twitter. He replied to me posting the thumbnail basically saying, how can you hate on a content creator when you don't make content? Which is funny because this is my 602nd video on this channel. So I think I make content. I think that's what I do. So that's a weird call out. So I just replied with this, which is censored because I'm not trying to get this video demonetized. By the way, in that post saying I didn't make content, he posted a screenshot of Max is Nice with 1 million followers, which suggests that because someone has followers, you can't criticize them, or because someone is successful, you can't criticize them, when, like, that is the dumbest fucking mindset I've ever heard. And I've heard it before. This is not new. Like, you can't criticize Jeff Bezos if he kills babies because he's a billionaire. Like, if I made $1 million, I could just kill an infant, and it'd be like, you can't really give him too much shit. He made $1 million. He's successful. Why are you hating, bro? Obviously, being mildly racist is not nearly as bad as killing a baby, but I'm just, extremes here to prove a point. You can criticize someone who's successful. You can criticize me. I'm not as successful as Max is Nice, but you can still criticize me. You can criticize people far more successful than Max is Nice. You can criticize literally everybody. Fuck out of here with that logic. So after I replied with that, he then subtweets me. I reply with a quote tweet letting him know who the hell I am, which is also censored, but I bet you can guess what that is. Then I asked him to @me bitch in reply to the post as well, to which he did. And then I said, well, you finally grew some balls. And I also ratioed him there by like 1,000 likes, but I didn't get a screenshot of it before he deleted the tweet. Also, the original post, I ratioed him by like 3,000 likes. And just, since he wants to talk about success, Los has like 280,000 followers on Twitter, and I have 13, and he was getting fucking ratioed into hell. So, I want to talk about success. He also said that nothing negative or weird needs attention, which, he was replying to me being negative by being negative, so both of those things were negative, and saying I don't have content without doing any research, I would say is pretty weird, so a little hypocritical. I guess, he doesn't practice what he preaches, but yeah, that was that whole Twitter beef. I just wanted to show that I could dunk on somebody without being able to actually dunk on a 10-foot rim. I just enjoyed that exchange quite a bit. And that was a whole lot funnier than literally anything that is in a Max is Nice video. So what is the point of this? Well, I am petty, easily annoyed, and when I saw an opportunity to be a dick, I took it because I enjoy being toxic. But I probably wasn't going to make this video until 5,000 people told me that I should make it. And I definitely wasn't going to end it the way that I did until Los decided to be a crybaby dick-sucking bitch. And here we are now. So shout out to him. That's rough, buddy. I'll give you credit. I would have deleted all of those tweets a long time ago, but you stuck with the mob coming at you, so fair enough. I'll give you points for that. But yeah, you can criticize someone who's successful. And yeah, don't do that again. So that was Max is Nice. I think I've said everything that I need to say. His content sucks. He acted like a child when faced with criticism. And don't watch his stuff. It's bad. It's really bad. Shout out to Rudy for editing this video. That is the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content like this, and cue the outro music.